Good evening, you guys. I just wanted you to know that I'm very thankful for you, and I'm really happy that you are taking the time to really care about your education. The first thing that I want you to do for homework this evening is go to this website. It is www.learnlei.index.html. And once you're at this website, you'll see lots of different things that you can do to interact with math. The one thing that I want you to do for this assignment is to click Shape and Space. And then once you've done that, you're going to click on the area that says Area and Perimeter. You will see an assignment that says Exploring Composite Figures. When you see that Exploring Composite Figures, I want you to click on that, and then at the bottom of the screen you'll see something that says a print activity. You're going to print that activity if you're able, and then you are going to pause this video and complete that part of the assignment. Once you've completed that, you should have a great foundation for how to solve for area and perimeter when you have composite figures. Now, we're going to take after you have finished that, you may start the video again. Alright, you guys, now what we are going to do is we're going to take some notes about composite figures. So, the first thing I need you to do is get out some paper, and we're going to talk about what a composite figure is. A composite figure is just a type of figure that is composed of other smaller figures. Alright, and so once you figure out that these larger figures are actually just simpler figures that are combined together, it's a lot easier to find their area and perimeter. So, the first step is to identify the smaller figures. And step 2 is to use your math chart. Use your math chart to find the formulas for those figures. Alright, and then the final step is to add or subtract depending on what you're trying to find. So depending on what the question is asking. Okay, so there's just 3 basic steps. The first step is to identify the smaller figures within the larger picture, and then you use your math chart to find the formulas for those figures. Once you've done those 2 steps, you add or subtract depending on what the question is asking us to do. Alright, so we're going to practice some of these together. The first one we have here is a trapezoid, and what you can find from this trapezoid is that if I put a perpendicular line on both ends of where the triangular shape is, you see 2 triangles along with a rectangle. So in order to find the area of this composite figure, I need to find the area of this rectangle and the area of each of those triangles. So let's start with the area of the rectangle. I know that the area of a rectangle equals length times width. All right? And I also know that the length of this rectangle is 32 centimeters, and the width of this rectangle is 12 centimeters. So in order to find the area of this rectangle, I have to multiply 32 times 12. So area equals 32, I'm just substituting in 32 for my L, times W, which is 12. Come out to the side, do some scratch work. So 32 times 12. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. Bring down a 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. Add those two together. We have 4, 8, 3. So I know that 32 times 12 is 384. And because my unit is centimeters, I'm talking about square centimeters. Now that is the area of this rectangle. Now I have to find the area of each of those triangles. So to find the area of those triangles, I know that the area of any triangle, the formula is area equals 1/2 the base of the triangle times the height. Now you have to remember that the base of the triangle always has to be perpendicular to the height. So we notice that we want to talk about this line here and this line here. Okay? Well, what you notice is we have two congruency bars here that tell us that this 12 centimeters, which is the width of the rectangle, is also the same as the height of the triangle, but those two, the base and the height are equivalent amounts. They're congruent amounts. So the base is 12 and the height is 12. So I'm going to replace my variables with those values. 1/2 times 12 times 12. So area equals 1/2. 12 times 12 is 144. So area equals half of 144. So we're going to come out to the side. Divide by 2. 2 goes into 14 7 times. 2 goes into 4 2 times. So half of 144 is 72. And my unit is square centimeters. Okay, so that is the area of one of my triangles. Now I have two triangles that are exactly the same. So I can multiply that by 2. Okay, so in order to find the area of this entire composite figure, I have to add 384 square centimeters plus 72 square centimeters plus another 72 square centimeters. So now I add 384 plus 72 and 72. Sorry, I put my plus sign in the wrong spot. 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 4 is 8. 7 plus 7 is 14. 14 plus 8 is 22. Regroup. 2 plus 3 is 5. So the total area of my composite figure is 528 square centimeters. Okay? So now that we've done this one together, what I would like for you to do is try this one by yourself. Okay, so try this. Pause the video for a moment. Try this problem on your own. And once you've tried that, you may start the video again. Okay, you guys, in order to solve this problem, we also break it down into simpler pieces. All right, if you notice that we have two rectangular shapes here. All right, we have one rectangular shape that is 8 plus 3.5, 8 centimeters plus 3.5. So that would be 11.5 centimeters. That's its height. And its width would be 14 minus 3.5. So I'm going to come out to the side and do 14.0 minus 3.5. and you would get 10.5. Okay, so that tells me that the width of this is 10.5 centimeters, 10 5/10 centimeters. Okay, so this rectangle, in order to find the area of this, we would multiply. Just kidding, I don't want you to do that problem. JK.